Alright, on reloading components and powder, primers, and just, getting bullets and stuff. Before I get into it though, if you would please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. It helps the algorithms and helps my channel out. Alright, I've been trying to cover the different aspects in this little series of videos on the year end here and what's going on. Covered ammo, AR, just gun prices in general. It's all kind of tied into the economy, and as we've known, we've heard all these rumors and this and that, and when it comes to powder and primers. Okay, at a quick glance here at Mid-South Shooter Supplies, I've seen Remington and CCI primers have dropped down to about $55 for 1,000. Which is a lot better to where it was hanging out at $80 1,000 the last time I checked. You can catch flash sales, and I guess when the inventory does get high on primers, and people are pretty skittish because the $120 price for 1,000 kind of, scared people off to where if you see it, you grab it and you hold on to it, or to use it. I did catch some flash sales with some foreign stuff for small rifle and small pistol. I still have a good inventory of large rifle and large pistol that I had pre-plague era. But yeah, there's a little bit there. Powder is another thing. People have told me in my open chats that it's hard to find IMR powder, and there's a lot of these, see with the reloading supplies, a lot of the companies have been bought and sold. IMR and that, and there's been consolidations, and with the ongoing warfare and what looks like we're going to be getting into a war here soon, a lot of the manufacturing supply chain, and the biggest thing that everyone forgets to talk about is the nitrocellulose, which 80% of the world's supply is made in China, and we put sanctions and tariffs on China. So it leaves the U.S. without a source to manufacture this, and I think this has been a thing that has hindered the reloading supply crisis for years, and I don't see this ever changing until we build facilities to start manufacturing this again. I'm off my camera. So that is ongoing. Powder, if you can find it, is like $60 a pound. Some of the off brands might be a little less, and 8-pound canisters, you're talking half a K, $500, alright? With the hazmat and the shipping fees, it's tough, which used to be well under $2 to get a 8-pounder sent to you at one point in time. When it comes to the actual brass and bullets, you do see a lot of shortages. I mean, 7mm Mauser. Okay, somebody brought that up. I just ran a check during my live chat. There are several military calibers that you can't find in. 7mm Mauser never, I thought, would be scarce, much like, 8mm and that. Somebody's producing an empty brass. There's a lot of these guns out there still that have been sporterized and people use for hunting or just reloading, especially as the surplus ammo market dries up. It kind of behooves you to go and try to load some of your own ammo in these calibers, much like the 6.5 Carcano. It's, that's the only way to go to get it to where it's reasonably priced, is to reload your own ammo. But the weird thing is, I have seen where these they're just sold out, and it's very strange. I went down the list. If you watched the lives, I went down the list and I seen where several components have been sold out. Plus, the price of them have gone up. years ago, usually the PPU, and I'm going to use PPU brass because they make all the military calibers, were generally, 60, 70 cents a piece. Just about everything now is $1, if not more. Like if you can find 8mm Lebel, they're one of the last places that make that case. They're $1.40, if not more. So the reloading thing hasn't let up. Like I said, I just did a glance here. It looks like primers have dropped a little bit more reasonable, and they're available. Powder, not so. And I said with all these acquisitions and who's buying what and everything else, changes their marketing strategy and how they're going. An international company's going to do stuff globally, not an American company that cares about the American people or shooters and keeping us supplied with reloading components. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if things change or get worse, in that respective. So some things are a little better, but I'm seeing a lot of shortages too that I just don't understand why. And a lot of people ask tariffs and that, and I don't really believe the tariffs or how it affects them. Some people say there are no tariff effects or whatever, but availability is scarce and the price is higher than what it was 5 years ago, no matter what, tariffs or no tariffs. So I can't answer that question. But that's where we stand. A little bit better. I don't know. Put down your experiences in the comment section. Have you found it worse or better or whatever, and leave it at that. Alright, stay tuned.